Today we're going to be making a pop-up card, and this really would work for any season, but I'm making this video during Valentine's time, so we're making a Valentine card. Now what you're going to do first is take your white paper, and it really doesn't matter what color, but for our purposes we're using white, and you need to fold it in half like a book. Not the tall, skinny way, but like a book. And after you fold it in half, I want you to open it up and then take this edge and fold it towards the center. And then take this edge and fold it towards the center. Be as neat as you can with each step of this project, as always. Now open it up all of the way. And then what I want you to do is fold it like a book again on that first fold you made. And this is very important. It's easy to get confused and have it folded like this still or folded like this still, but you really need to open it all the way and fold it on that middle fold. Now on that middle fold, you're going to draw half of a heart. And just to review, when you draw half of a heart, you put your finger on the fold. So double check, don't have the open side. You need to have your finger on the fold, and you go up and around and down, imagining like we're going to make the number 2, but we don't put this bottom leg on it. It's important to go up and around and back over. If you go straight out, it'll end up looking like a jelly bean. So make sure that you go up and out and around. For this project, when you draw half of your heart, it can't touch the top, it can't touch the bottom, and it can't touch the other fold. It has to stay somewhere inside this rectangle. Once you've done that, you cut it out. And you set that aside. We'll use this again in a minute. After you do that, you choose a second piece of paper, and if you're doing this from the supplies I sent home, you'll have red. You take this piece of paper, and again, you fold it in half like a book. And open it up. Now we're going to glue this to this. When you glue, you are only going to glue in this outside rectangle. Be sure not to glue in the rectangle where you've drawn your heart, but only in this outside rectangle. Stay really close to the fold and really close to the edges, but don't cross the fold. After you do that, you're going to take this edge and line it up with this edge as closely as you can. See if I can see what I'm doing here. So I've lined that up like that. Then you're going to do the same thing on the other rectangle. Again, you're not gluing where you have the heart. You have to keep it on the opposite side of the fold. And try to get along the edges. And then you're just going to close this like a book. And smooth it out. And then when you open it, it should look like this. A glued side, and then it's not glued in the middle, and then another glued side. You stick your finger under this fold and you kind of push it up the other way and pinch it. And stick your finger under there and pinch it the other way. Then when you close it, it turns it into a pop-up book. And again, you could draw any shape in the middle, half of a Christmas tree, half of a snowflake, whatever you wanted to do in the center. But for what we're doing half of a heart. Then what you need to do is add some nice decorations. I'm going to take that heart that I cut out of the middle and perhaps glue that to the front of the card. You can cut out hearts and add them on the inside, and you can see here I glued a heart in there and a heart here so that when it closes that heart stays. I did some half hearts over here. A couple of things that you can do. You don't have to use your whole paper when you do this. You can make a heart out of anything. I'm just going to take a piece of my pink here. Remember that we put our finger on the fold and we go up and around. I'm going to quickly cut this heart out. And then if I want one of these hearts with negative space in the middle, all I need to do is cut right around that heart shape that I just made. Notice I still have it folded. Then when I open it up, I have a heart, a negative heart inside of this heart. So that might be interesting to have. I can take my little scraps and I can fold them the best I can. Finger on the fold, and draw a heart, and I would cut this out and I would have a little heart. So you can make hearts out of any scraps as long as you have a fold to work on. So after you make your pop-up part, go ahead and cut out some extra hearts out of your other paper and decorate it. Maybe write a message. You could add some decorations with markers. Like I did on the front here, I started to make dots around this one. However you'd like to make it your own.